Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing on such an important topic. Mayor Johnson, I want to start with you. One of your first actions as mayor was establishing a deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights. I want to ask you a series of questions. If you could answer with a yes or no answer, that'd be great. First of all, do you support allowing illegal aliens to obtain driver's licenses? Just yes or no.
So the city of Chicago has been a welcoming city for over 40 years.
I'll take that as a yes. Next question.
And that's the policy that we will hold to.
Do you support tax dollars subsidizing or paying for the health care of illegal aliens?
I support investments in all residents of the people of Chicago, and that's what I do.
That's a yes as well. Do you support free or reduced college for illegal aliens?
Again, I support the investments of all residents of the people of Chicago.
Take that as a yes. Next question. Do you support allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to America First, the channel where we put our country and our values at the top of the list. If you're tired of politicians dodging the tough questions and you want to stay informed on the biggest issues facing America, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Let's dive in. All right, Patriots, today we're reacting to a jaw-dropping exchange between Representative Brandon Gill and Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson. If you haven't seen it yet, buckle up. The topic: illegal immigration, taxpayer money, and the mayor's mysterious gift room. Let's break down what just happened.
Again, I'm not over the jurisdiction of that type of law, but again, I'm committed to investing in all residents of the people of Chicago.
I'll take that as a yes. I've got an article from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'll quote here briefly. Johnson proposed, among other things, that all residents, regardless of citizenship status, be able to vote for Chicago Board of Education members. Next question. Your website states, and this is your campaign website, quote, "I will not stop fighting until abortion access is completely secure for people all over the country," end quote. Yes or no, do you support taxpayer-funded abortions for illegal aliens?
I support the reproductive rights of all people, all women.
That is a yes as well. Your mayoral transition website mentioned support for creating a Chicago Board of Education non-citizen advisory board. Again, yes or no, do you support appointing non-citizens to government advisory boards?
I was invited here today to discuss welcoming cities.
Yes or no?
I was invited here to discuss welcoming cities.
This is a yes or no
If you're
question.
interested in asking me
You're not
questions
gonna
about the
filibuster.
welcoming
I'll
city,
take that as a
I'm
yes.
happy to
We're gonna
answer
move
those
on.
questions.
No, we're going to move on. As you know, President Trump, unlike the previous administration, has taken serious action to bring foreign criminal gangs to justice, to take our border back, and to restore public safety in our communities. He designated 8 transnational criminal organizations and cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. These are groups like Tren de Aragua, MS-13, Sinaloa, other of some of the most grotesque and ruthless and brutal organizations in the world. You, as mayor of a sanctuary city, have been virtually giving favors to illegal aliens. Apparently, you support an enormous amount of taxpayer resources going to them as well. But you yourself have also received a lot of gifts. And for those of you who don't know, Mayor Johnson has a secret gift room that is not given access to the public or for access to the Office of Inspector General. I'd like to ask you a couple questions about that. Do you know everyone who's given you a gift since you became mayor?
The city of Chicago has had a policy for 40
That's a
years
yes or no question.
where there are individuals that would like to give gifts to
I'm
the
reclaiming
city
my
of Chicago,
time. I'm going to take that as
and
a
we
no.
do not accept those
When
gifts.
did you
We
become
receive
mayor?
them on
No, I'm going
behalf
to reclaim my
of
time
the city
here.
of Chicago.
You're not going to filibuster here. When did you become mayor?
I was elected mayor of the city of Chicago in April of 2023, and I was sworn in May
That's good. On
15th
June
of
12th
2023.
On June 12th, 2023, you received Hugo Boss cufflinks and a personalized Montblanc pin. Do you know who gave you those?
So I did not receive those personally. The city of Chicago
You received those
them,
on behalf
and
of the
that's
city of
right, on behalf of the
Chicago.
city of Chicago, as
I
every
understand the
mayor
difference.
in the
Do you know
history of Chicago who has
Do you know who gave
provided
those
gifts
to the city of Chicago? Do you know who gave those to the city of Chicago?
So again, on behalf of the city of Chicago, there
It's
are
a yes
gifts
or no
that are
question.
received,
Do
but I
you?
do not
Do you-
accept. Those are not
So you
my
don't-
personal
so
gifts.
you don't know.
Those are the gifts of the city of
On March
Chicago,
18th,
and that's why you are aware
2024,
that they exist, because they're
reclaim
within
my
the law.
time here, sir. On March 18th, 2024, you received a Gucci tote bag. Do you know who gave you that? Gave the city of Chicago that?
Ken, I was here and I was invited
I'll also
to
take that as
respond
you
to
know.
the
On March
questions
19th,
around
2024,
welcoming
the
city, and I'm
city of
happy to answer
Chicago
any of those
received a
questions.
Givenchy bag, a Kate Spade purse, and Carucci shoes. Do you know who gave the city of Chicago those?
Again, I was brought.
I'll
I
take
brought
that as
my
a no.
energy
I'm
here
reclaiming my
to
time
respond
here, sir. I
on
am
behalf of the
reclaiming
city
my
of Chicago
time.
of
This
what a welcoming
raises
city
serious
ordinance
ethical
is.
concerns. You're providing an enormous amount of aid to illegal aliens, aiding and abetting criminals who have come into our country illegally. And you yourself are receiving an enormous amount of gifts, and you won't even tell us who they're coming
Mr.
from. That
Chairman,
raises
time is up.
serious ethical
We have
concerns.
a 5-minute rule.
Gentleman's
Mr.
time's
Chairman, I'd like to ask for unanimous consent to enter into the record the City of Chicago Office of Inspector General advisory concerning gifts accepted on behalf of the city.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you.
First, Representative Gill asks the mayor a series of simple yes or no questions about his policies for illegal immigrants. Does he support giving them driver's licenses? Taxpayer-funded health care? Reduced or free college tuition? The mayor dances around every question, but his answers, beneath all that political double talk, are basically yes. That's right, folks. The mayor of Chicago is all in on giving away your hard-earned tax dollars and your city's resources to people who are in this country illegally. But it gets worse. Gill asks about non-citizens voting in local elections. According to Mayor Johnson's own campaign website, he supports allowing all residents, regardless of citizenship status, to vote for the Chicago Board of Education. Let me be clear, voting is a sacred right of American citizens. When you let non-citizens decide who runs your schools, you're eroding the very foundation of our democracy. This is not about being welcoming, it's about undermining what it means to be an American. Next, the mayor is asked if he supports taxpayer-funded abortions for illegal immigrants. Again, he dodges, but admits he supports reproductive rights for all. Translation: he wants Chicagoans to foot the bill for abortions for anyone who shows up, no matter their status. Is this how you want your money spent? Is this what you voted for? Now, let's talk about the so-called secret gift room. You can't make this up. Gill exposes that Mayor Johnson has received luxury items, Hugo Boss cufflinks, a Montblanc pen, Gucci bags, Kate Spade purses, and more, all supposedly on behalf of the city. But when pressed on who gave these gifts, the mayor refuses to answer. He claims they aren't personal gifts, but refuses any transparency. Patriots, this is an ethical nightmare. If you or I accepted gifts like this on the job, we'd be out on the street, or worse. And let's not forget, Chicago is a sanctuary city. Mayor Johnson is pouring resources into helping people who broke the law to get here, while families in Chicago are struggling with crime, failing schools, and sky-high taxes. As Representative Gill says, the mayor is aiding and abetting those who break our laws, and at the same time, he's hiding who's buttering his bread. This is why elections matter, folks. This is why we have to stay vigilant. If you don't hold your leaders accountable, they will take advantage of your trust. This mayor is the perfect example of what's wrong with radical leftist leadership. No respect for citizenship, no accountability for ethics, no regard for the rule of law, no shame in spending your money on people who aren't even supposed to be here. If we don't stand up and say enough, these policies will spread to every city in America. If you're sick and tired of politicians who care more about illegal aliens than American families, if you believe in law and order, and if you want to put America first, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Drop a comment below. Do you think non-citizens should vote, or that mayors should get luxury gifts with no transparency? Let your voice be heard. Stay strong, patriots. We'll be here to shine a light on the truth, no matter how hard they try to hide it.